And then I started thinking, you know what, maybe I should turn this into a business officially. If I'm accepting money for goods, then it's probably a business. In fact, I went onto my county, my city's website, Department of Revenue, and it said, hey, are you making barbecue sauce? Are you charging money for it? Are people buying it continuously? If so, you have a business. And I'm like, substitute barbecue sauce for coffee, and okay, I got a business. So I went down to the Register of Deeds, or I forget what it was, and then just registered my company for $25 as a sole proprietorship. And again, they're like, what's your company's name? I'm like, Derby Coffee Roasters. So it became a sole proprietorship September of 2019. Just kind of went from there. Still had my Caldi Fortis, still had these bags. Well, actually it was right around that time that I wanted to stop doing 1 pound batches, and I wanted to kind of go to the industry standard of 12 ounces or 340 grams. I was charging like $12 a bag, because that's another thing. Trying to figure out how to grow a business is different than being very passionate about roasting coffee. Starting a business is something that I knew was necessary for this. I wasn't super passionate about it, but I had to figure out how to do it and be legal and do things appropriately. I went on, I think, to the internet and just typed in bulk coffee bags, and one of the websites I found was Pacific Bags. I think they've changed their name now to pbfy.com. And I found these bags right here, 12 ounces. They have the zipper, they have the one-way valve, that's what I wanted. I decided, you know what? I need, instead of a stamp, because a stamp wouldn't work on this material right here, I had a friend who's a graphic designer, and I said, here's what I want some stickers, some labels that I can just put on. And he worked with me and did a fantastic job. You can see the label right there, Derby Coffee Roasters, just nice and simple with the Derby hat right there. And I wanted some information about the coffee. So I put what country the coffee's from, and then maybe the region. For instance, this one's Ethiopia, Guji region, Suke. I put the process, it's a natural process coffee. Wanted to put the elevation, this one's 1900 to 2200, and then the roast level, light roast. And then some tasting notes. In this particular coffee, strawberry, blueberry, and peach. The net weight, 12 ounces or 340 grams. Whole bean coffee, this is what's inside the bag, and Durham, North Carolina, where my company is located. I didn't want just one particular color, because you taste with your eyes. Before you taste things, you look, and if it looks appealing, you are gonna just really vibe with that. And so I figured, you know what? Why don't we have different color labels depending on what the coffee tastes like? I have gone through probably 20 different coffees since that, and every color almost. A lot of reds, because there's a lot of fruits. Orange, brown, a lot of browns, because I've had coffees from Guatemala, Honduras, Colombia, a green. Anyway, just wanted to really stand out, but have the same design, but just different colors based on kind of the tasting notes. And so that's where I'm at right now. I have these 12-ounce bags. Use the labels, slap those on there. I order my labels from stickermule.com, and they've been a great company. I think you have to order at least the minimum quantity of stickers or labels is 50. So per run, you have to order 50. And they also do stickers and magnets. Have some stickers here that I'll give away with coffee, and then magnets that you can throw in your car, which is really neat, free advertising. And the cool thing about Sticker Mule is they'll have sales occasionally, and for stickers or labels or magnets, they'll say, hey, we're gonna slash the price, and for 50 you can get them for $19 or $29. So every time that happens, you know, I subscribe to their email list. I'll just go on there, do the simple hat logo, and just get some stickers or magnets, and just kind of beef up the quantity I have on hand, just so I can get the name out there, get the brand out there, and really build a brand around this coffee. You know, I think of Nike. You don't even have to have the words Nike, you know the swoosh. And I know I'm a really small company, but you have to have goals. And so I wanted to, when people see this, think, hey, it's that guy who's doing local coffee. So who knows if it'll take off, we'll see. So it's 2019, I'm roasting on the Caldi Fortis. More and more people are finding out about the coffee. They want to try it. People are putting in requests, hey, I want this. Do you dark roast? And I'm like, I don't love dark roast because it just, I've grown out. See, the thing about dark roast, man, what do I say about dark roast? Dark roast is coffee that's been roasted longer, closer to burning it. The longer you roast coffee, the less you will be able to taste the really unique, significant characteristics about these coffees. you're not going to be able to taste the berry notes, the florality. So I will roast the coffee dark if my friends wanted me to, but I wasn't going to offer it on my website. Website. I'm going to talk about my website. I was huffing out these bags, and another thing I learned is, hey, I should probably be paying sales tax. And so in order to do that, I can't keep accepting money through Venmo and PayPal, cash. And so I said, you know what? I need a website. I need people to order on the website. It's actually going to help me out too, so that I can manage all my orders instead of trying to remember. I think I had a Google sheet of a running list of what people wanted, and I would color code it for if I hadn't roasted it yet, or if I'd finished roasting it, and it just I was messing people's orders up, and that's not what I wanted to do. So saved up some of the money from roasting this coffee, and I was like, I need a website. What website do I get? Do I make one myself? I don't want to spend a whole lot of money. Well, I ended up deciding on Squarespace because of the ability to use the e-commerce side. And I had another buddy who I grew up with, who was my roommate all 4 years in college, and is really smart with computers. He does search engine optimization, knows his way around websites. He helped me out. Shout out Scott. You probably won't watch this video, but that's okay. We decided on derbyroasters.com. Check it out right now, Derby Coffee Roasters. No, I'm just kidding, derbyroasters.com. And we built a site on Squarespace, and I'm using, the backside of it, I'm using Stripe. I think that's what they use to collect the money and then pay you in your bank account, and have been learning how to manage a website. So yeah, as of, let's see, March of this year, March 2020. So it's been March, April, May, June, July, almost 5 months since I launched my website, and people are ordering strictly on the website, and I'll get an email that says, hey, a new order's come in. And I started offering shipping too. Shipping is a whole nother conversation. This is gonna be a long video. So I skipped over where I buy beans from too. So what do I buy beans, green coffee beans from? Started out Happy Mug, and then I think Sweet Maria's. I'm like, well, I can't charge a whole lot for these coffees, but if I don't charge a whole lot, I'm not gonna make a whole lot off of roasting it. So I found this website called genuineorigin.com, and they offer 65-pound bags of coffee shipped to your door for $10. You cannot beat that. And it ships really quickly if they have it in their warehouse, and they have a lot of great options. The coffee is I've never had a bad experience with coffee from Genuine Origin. I get 65 pounds shipped to my house for $10, and I really built my business off of that. So thank you, Genuine Origin. There is, from Sweet Maria's, there's the coffee shrub part of it that offers 50-pound bags. Now they charge, gosh, $30 to ship. So I've ordered far less from them, but if I've needed a country of origin that I couldn't find at Genuine Origin or other places, I would order from them. And then Happy Mug will ship 50, 65, 60-pound bags, it just depends. And I've used them for my decaf. And they have a really good decaf. I think it's a Honduras decaf, Capucas. It's at a decent price, but it's the Swiss water process. And the coffee is just phenomenal. I don't drink decaf a whole lot, but it was the only one I tried, and people were like, this decaf is amazing. And so I just kept buying it, and they're great people. So I use Happy Mug, Sweet Maria's, Coffee Shrub, Genuine Origin, and even Bodhi Leaf occasionally if they have some sales. So I'm still huffing away, roasting on this Quality Fortis, and I'm starting to gain some traction. Last year, 2019, I was able to do a couple farmers market events, but they were at schools on Saturday mornings. I'd set up a table, I'd bring in a couple different coffee roasts, and I would brew it up, and I would sell it for $2 a cup and offer $12 a bag, and just as a way to get out there in the community. I wasn't really expecting to make a whole lot of money. I made a couple $100. But it was just really neat to share my love of coffee with the community, talk about coffee, and just offer my hard work to the community. So I did a few of those, and then traction still began to happen. And I'm like, this is turning into work. In order to do a 10-pound batch It's gonna take me 2 to 3 hours. And I'm like, gosh, I gotta find a way to build the business, thinking smarter, not harder, actually working smarter, not harder. Really just needed that to happen. And there's a buddy of mine down, I guess 45 minutes away, who in the same boat. He's a couple years ahead of me. He has his own shop now, Cultivate Coffee Roasters. He is kind enough, Ben is his name, to let me roast on his machine. I think he has a Badelli that's a 3 kilogram, so you can output like 5 pounds every batch. Man, just great people down there in Holly Springs. I think it is Fuquay Varina, one of those. So I've used Ben before, phenomenal guy, great company, doing great things down there. He's let me use his machine. And then also near them, I found a roaster in Holly Springs called 5 Star Coffee Roasters, and they have a 15 kilogram toper. And they are kind enough to let me toll roast or pay to roast on their machine. Super great guys. And that's another way that I'm building my business now. So I've built up a little bit of a wholesale clientele to where I will go down there like once a month and just for like 3 hours get like a month's worth of coffee roasted for the wholesale clients, and even for some of the ones I'm offering on my website. So just really amazing community, amazing people working together. We're building this specialty coffee industry and having fun doing it. So it is July 27th, 2020, and I'm almost 2 years into this. By the time you see the video, it'll probably be the end of August, because it'll take me that long to edit it, and just kind of want to celebrate 2 years of roasting coffee. I could talk about this a lot more, but that's kind of been my journey for the last 2 years. I didn't know what to expect. There's been weeks that have gone by where nobody's ordered coffee, and you start to feel sorry for yourself, and you're like, maybe it's not that good after all. You know, all these things go in your mind, and then the orders will come like bam, bam, bam. You're like, whoa, I'm not ready for all of this. And so it's just the ups and downs of building a business, doing what you love to do, figuring out how to serve your community. I was able to develop a blend, my first blend, Bull City blend, and offer it only in a local drugstore that also has a gift shop side, because I really want to partner with the community and seek to bless the city that we live in, share my love of coffee with the community. And that's one way that I'm doing it, selling the Bull City blend locally. Can't get in on my website. Working with a bed and breakfast here locally, that they want kind of their own blend or their own coffee that's unique to them, and really just want to have a presence here in the community where I'm working hard and I'm putting out a good product, and I'm serving our neighbors here in the community, and hope to really raise awareness for this type of coffee, and say, you know what, you can have a good cup of coffee without putting cream and sugar into it. And I know maybe you like your dark roast, but maybe try this medium roast and try and taste some of the really complexities of the chocolate and nougat and brown sugar, and really learn along with me. So I could probably talk forever about this, but I just wanted to get on here and share my story with you. Please feel free to reach out to me. I want to be a help to you, as YouTube community has been a help to me, and I'm super grateful for that. And so let's keep building the specialty coffee industry, having fun. Maybe you don't want to go on the same path as I do. Maybe you just are curious about this and want to learn more about roasting coffee. There's a lot of experts out there. I am not an expert. I am learning along the way, but I am confident in my product that where I'm at now, that it can compete at some of the highest levels. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe that's just overzealousness, but I'm drinking my own coffee every day and really learning a lot. And so come along with me. Reach out, please reach out. I try to respond to all the comments. And so thank you guys for watching this video. If you made it this long, you probably on like your third cup of coffee. Anyway, love you. See ya. Peace.